If your NNN workflow ever randomly breaks because of Google Sheet rate limits, this video is going to save your sanity. I'm going to show you exactly how to bypass these limits, even if you're using dozens of Google Sheet notes. And by the end, you will have a simple workaround that lets you scale your automations without ever seeing that rate limit error again. And if you've ever used a Google Sheet, which I bet you have, if you've been inside MNN, you're 100% going to recognize this error right now, which is going to happen. So I'm essentially running through this loop. And this is just a demonstration of what is going on. But normally, you've probably been in a situation where you're reading different sheets at different locations in a node or even over different workflows. Maybe you have it reading over one workflow over here, another over there, and another over there. And then you just hit a rate limit, which we're probably going to get in a second or so. And we just hit a limit over here on the append. And as you can see here, we hit the limit on the Google Sheet and then it errors out. You can, of course, use the retry on failed and just have it run again after that. But the issue is that this is so common and so annoying that this is actually where I feel like data tables comes in and can actually help you make this process a bit easier and give you the breathing room to actually read and write to a sheet somehow without having to run into these rate limits. So that's actually what I've been doing lately, where I've been using data tables instead. So if we do the exact same thing here, this is actually what is going to happen here is that it's just going to start lagging because it's never going to stop. It's just going to keep on going. And that's actually the good thing about this. I'm just gonna stop it here because it's just gonna start lagging after a while because he's just shooting it. It's just shooting all the time, pretty much. And what I essentially want to demonstrate with this is that I believe that the best way to go about it when it comes to Google Sheet and data tables is that it's better to move the data from Google Sheet to data tables and then essentially work with the data in the data tables and then push them back to Google Sheet once you're done inside NNN. That way, you're not really working off the API of Google Sheet, and you're essentially still working with the data because you have access to it inside of NNN. It's just that you're avoiding all of the API calls, which makes it a bit easier. So this is essentially how I will work or pretty much how I work today, is that I essentially, let's say we have a Google Sheet node and we get there and we get a row, and there we go. And then I'm gonna go back here and then Google Sheet demo sheet one, and let's say that we return only first matching row. I don't want to get, there we go. And what I will do essentially in this case is that I will transfer all of those items to this node over here. And then I will essentially work off the data over here by pretty much like essentially doing whatever it is that you need to do. So, and I mean over here actually set field. So I don't know, like you will probably manipulate the data somehow over here. And then once you're done with that, you will then essentially put it in here. And then maybe you will work with the data again somehow over here. And once all of that is done, that's when we will append it back to Google Sheet. Or even better, we could do even more things here. But the goal essentially is that we only read once from Google Sheet and we only append once to Google Sheet. In between, we do all of the things we need to do inside NNN with the data tables. And that's the way I've been doing it right now. And I found it to be a lot easier, a lot faster. And plus, I don't hit any rate limits. So I can essentially have multiple workflows all working at the same time with the same data without having to think about, oh, am I hitting any rate limits now? Is this going to work when we're in production? No, we're good because all of the data is just inside NNN right now. And we only work with Google Sheet when we're pretty much done with everything else in between. So that's essentially how I found it to essentially go about working with data tables. But if you found a better way to go about it, just let me know. I do know that there are some limitations to working with data tables. For example, you don't really have a dashboard like you have in Google Sheets. The data is kind of, I wouldn't say it's locked inside n8n, but if you want to move it, you're gonna have to essentially get the data and then switch it over somewhere else with the API. That's one thing. There are, of course, some limitations with the data tables, but at the end of the day, I feel like if you essentially use it as an in between Google Sheet, it's a great tool. But if you use it as your main database, I don't think that makes sense. I don't really see myself doing that. I think it's far better to just use it as an in between thing, and that's really it. But yeah, either way, if you have used data tables in some other way that is unique, comment below and just subscribe if you found this video helpful as well.